ఇప్పుడు వచ్చింది కస్టమ్ లైవ్ స్ట్రీమింగ్.
Okay, friends, let's start. Welcome back after a long gap. We are discussing about Percival's 32 points that he has given to us. How to think without creating a thought. Means how to do our daily activities by thinking, but not creating the karmic bondage. That is an ultimate thing. We have completed the 11 points before we took a break, and we'll continue the points. And before we just recap and start, let us meditate on the consciousness of Percival for a couple of minutes and then go. Please sit in a meditative posture, cross your legs, clasp your hands and close your eyes. Please observe your in-breath and out. When your awareness is with your breath, you can't be with your thought. Just be aware of your breath. We are not holding breath. We are not doing any pranayama. Percival is explaining to us we need to create thinking. We need to be in thinking without creating our thoughts, without releasing the thoughts. How we can do is the essence of this book, and we have been learning since last few weeks. Always be aware of our thought, whether the thought is creating or is it coming out of your body or is it coming out of your feeling. Which one? Once you started analyzing your thoughts, you will not be entangled with this world. Always the thoughts which are coming out of your body is no good for your spiritual journey. We all came to this earth planet in order to learn few things, experience few things, and evolve ourselves at soul level. Possessing a physical properties, enjoying a physical desires, pleasures is not a soul advancement. In fact, that is a soul deterioration because you are entangling yourself with material desires. Here, Percival is explaining to us how we can come out of these entanglements, how we can truly desire what is our purpose. Our purpose here is our soul purpose. That's where we stopped. We are learning, we are in that process. Now, rub your hands and keep on your eyes for a few seconds and open your eyes with a beautiful smile on your face. In the last session, we are talking about, in the 12th point, we are talking about try to observe your feelings. Try to observe your feelings or desires. What is that? Whether this feeling is your body related or mind related. So which one? Suppose there are desires, there are feelings, which are, suppose I'm just, if jasmine fragrance came, okay, I saw, wow, that's a body related. The sensation is a body related, isn't it? Similarly, when you are in the meditation, you got a bliss. That's your feeling, that's your spirit related. So these are the kinds of the sensation he divided into fragments, and he showed us that We have to see which one is actually doing good to us, which one is not required for us. That is what we have learned in the last point. Now, coming to the 12th point, the world has dropped off and is forgotten. Thus, your banishment of yourself existence is in nature ends when you are conscious of your reality in essence. Essence is a new word that we are actually talking. I'll dissect and divide this particular sentence. The world has dropped off and forgotten. He's saying the world completely dropped off and it has been forgotten. Forgotten for what? Forgotten from what? Thus, your banishment of your existence in nature ends. When you are in the nature, so he's saying that your nature, your existence in the nature ends when your conscious of reality is istence. Istence. This is a complete new word. You must have heard, right? So it is a complete new word. Istence. I-S-T-E-N-C-E. Suppose if you take the istence, existence. If you are taking the word existence, X separate it, then it is istence. So that is what he is talking. Existence ends means istence is the one which is remaining. That istence is what? Istence is a pure state of being. It's a pure consciousness. It's a conscious doer. It's a feeling aspect whenever you are taking. This istence is a conscious doer. It's not the same as existence. Existence is different, which implies exteriorization or identification yourself with the nature form is existence. Opposite is actually you are actually being the state of that consciousness. That particular thing is an instance. The state where one is conscious of reality of oneself as oneself, not through anything else, which means you are conscious of being consciousness. I can say you are conscious of being consciousness. That is instance. Instance is a self-awareness, a pure being. It is not entangled by your body or senses or by nature. Nothing is there. That is called the instance. Instance is banishment. When it is banishment of the world or banishment of your existence. When you are banishing your existence, then when it ends, the remaining is instance. When you are actually entangling of yourself with your nature, with your body, with your senses, when it ends. I'm not saying that when your body ends. I'm not saying that. Remember, when your body ends means you are anyway pure being. That's not within the body. When you are within the body, but you are ending entanglement of your body, entanglement of your senses, entanglement of this nature, outward nature. When you stopped it, then whatever that it comes is an instance. Okay, again the question comes, what? Do I need to abandon everything? Here, either Percival and any of our tests did not say that you have to abandon the things that you have. You have to abandon the relationships that you have. No, any text or any spiritual master will not say that you have to leave them, but you have to leave the entanglement with them. Today my body is alive, right? So my body, I'm wearing this body. Whenever I'm wearing this body, suppose I'm wearing this dress, let us take, whenever I'm wearing this dress, I will not just put in the washer and means I will not just wear and keep it there and again wear, keep it there. I will not do that, right? What you will do, whenever I'm wearing it, I will once I removed it, then I will wash it properly with the proper things, dry it, then iron it, then I use it, which means I'm taking care of the dress because I'm still using this dress. Similarly, whenever you are using this body as a dress, you need to take care of this body. No matter what, you have to take care of this body. But at the same time, you should not be entangled. Suppose, let us take, if this dress I'm wearing and I went out and something happened, some tree or something happened and the dress got tore. what you will do? Do you entangle so much? Do you cry so much? You will not cry, right? Oh, okay, the dress was had some thing. You will take it off and you will throw it or you will trash it, and then you will start using the new one, the other one. So here, as long as the dress is there, you are taking care and you are using it. Whenever it is not there, you are just throwing it up and you are moving on with the next or whatever the dresses that you are. Similarly here, whenever the body is there, you need to take care of the body. You need to take care of the body. You need to keep it healthy. You need to eat proper food. You need to drink sufficient water. Everything you need to do it. There is no doubt. But you should not entangle. Tomorrow, some disease comes. Oh my God, what will happen? That kind of the things you should not entangle with yourself with the body. Similarly, the senses. Suppose today I like some food. I like Rasagulla. Today I got somebody gave me Rasagulla. Let us take. I ate. I enjoyed it. And enjoy it. I'm not saying do not enjoy with the body. Enjoy it. But do not expect the same sweet again and again. Do not get entangled yourself with that particular sensory taste, sensory desires. Do not entangle. Similarly, the nature. You have some a beautiful home, enjoy it. Don't expect that I need to have the bigger home than this. You have a good advanced car, enjoy it. But do not expect or do not entangle. If something happens, some accident happened to that and that got total, do not get, oh my God, my car has gone. What should I? No, not that one. Whenever you have something, enjoy it, but do not entangle it. So when you become like that, within the body, with the body, when you are here, when you become that, that's called istence. That's an opposite word of existence. Ex, if you take it up, then you are getting that existence. But now we are in the existence mode. We are in that, right? So take away that. Whenever you are banished that existence in the nature, then you will become existence. Existence is not is a pure self-awareness. It's a pure being. It's a conscious of your consciousness. That is what he is saying in the existence means. Then freeing from the nature. So what is that here? What are we doing? The world has banishment of yourself from the existence means what you are doing is freeing from the nature. The intentional detachment, that intentional disattachment of freeing from the nature. So whenever you are doing freeing from the nature, what happens? It liberates you from the illusions that is created by the sensations and the form. So whatever your sensations has created, this is mine. He is my life partner. These kids are only my kids. This is my home. This is my car. These are all the illusions that was created by our senses. So once you got liberated from those things, what you will get it? A state of conscious bliss. You will be in a very conscious bliss. That is known as nirvana. That conscious bliss is known as nirvana. But remember, this is not the final freedom. Whenever you are in that, this is not the final freedom. Know that you are within that. Know who within you seeking this escape. So whenever you are feeling that escape, like very good feeling, whenever you are getting a freedom, whenever you are feeling that good freedom, right? Who is actually feeling that great feeling? Who is that feeling? Whenever you, till yesterday, you want to have all these things and you find the pleasure in these all worldly pleasures. And now, whenever you are disattachment or whenever you are not actually entangled with that, you are feeling that very good feeling of it, right? So, who is that feeling, good feeling? So, find out that who you are. As Ramana Maharshi says, who am I? Who is that feeling so happy about it? That you try to do it. You have to integrate that feeling and desire as a doer part of your triumph self. That feeling and desire also in the doer part. So in that doer part of your triumph self, that body, soul, spiritual framework, right? Whatever that we have, in that you are still in the doer part of it. So try to do that. Try to identify that is temporary bliss. We are all, you, me, and everybody here are experiencing that temporary bliss. We are not completely self-awareness. We are not in self-awareness, but we are getting the temporary bliss. When you are in a deep meditation, you are just experiencing the temporary bliss. That by knowing that temporary bliss, you are illusion. Sometimes you are getting that, oh, I reached to a state of self-discovery. I reached to the self-realization state. No, it's not the self-realization. It's a temporary state of bliss. It's a temporary state of complete freedom. Okay. But again, whenever it is a temporary, it is again illusion. Okay, even if you go to the nirvana, that kind of a state, without actual self-realization, again that is called, that becomes again a temporary, and that is also creating you some kind of pride, some kind of the thing. That is why there are so many gurus who practiced so much, but when it comes to that temporary bliss, we can call it as a temporary bliss because they achieved some of the things, they achieved some of the siddhis. So once they started exhibiting those siddhis, once they started doing those siddhis on the people, and they get some kind of pride. Oh, I only can do it. I can do it, and I only can do it. I am somewhat superior from all these people. Whenever you got that kind of the thing, even with that means there you didn't get that self-realization. The Ramana Maharshi and all those people who got that self-realized souls, right? So that self-realization, you are just that nothing. They went into that nothingness. When you went into that nothingness, nothing will matter to you. You will not separate from yourself to the others. Okay, like I'll give a small example, right? So suppose rasgulla you are taking. Okay, rasgulla is there in rasam, the sweet rasam, right? So rasgulla is there in that sweet rasam, right? So in that rasam, whenever you open the rasgulla, what it is there again? Again you have that rasam, right? So that is how we are in. We are in this world. We are in this world, and the world is within us. That is the feeling. So when this particular, whenever when a truly self-realized person, he will not define himself away from all others. All those others who are ignorant people are also within him, and whoever that self-realized person is also there within everybody. That is the kind of awareness that truly self-realized person will get it. So that is the kind of the thing we need to get it. Just because we attain something, we are able to do some siddhis, we are able to do something, do not entangle yourself saying that I attain nirvana, all these people are lesser than to me. If you are feeling that, you are actually trapped, and you are again coming back to your thing. So do not. There's an empty number of gurus that goes until that and then fall down because of that prideness, right? So we should be able to identify that kind of things when we are in our practice. Reality versus illusion. What's a reality? A unit, a alone, a whole, a conscious. This is reality. It is not depending on any outer sensations, any outer forms. What is illusion? It's a temporary appearance formed by clustering of nature units into the mass or a shape. Like your human body, I'm like this. I'm looking good, let us say. So this is a temporary. After 10 years, my shape will not be like this. So this is a temporary. Oh, I have a beautiful home. After 10 years, this home will not be like this. This is temporary. I have a very advanced technology car. After 10 years, for car, you need not have, after a year itself, you will get a different car model with advanced technology. It's a temporary. So all these are all temporary. So anything that is temporary is an illusion. Anything that is not changing, permanent, is a reality. What is that not changing, permanent? Your consciousness, your soul. That is a permanent one. As a feeling is a real, but you're not your body, not your sensation, not your memory. These are all the illusions. Feeling as the real self. When this feeling as a real self feeling, what it will be? A pure feeling or a pure consciousness feeling, how it is. Pure consciousness, pure soul, pure being does not have any pain. It doesn't know any pleasure. It doesn't have any sensation. It doesn't have any memory. Nor it doesn't have any breath form also. That is the pure consciousness. You gave the life and personality. We all gave the life and personality to this physical form. But when we were in the body, when we were in the physical form, that is where we have given the life and a personality. You are that feeling aspect of the deer. When you are here, you are that feeling aspect. When you are in that of the doer means the body. When you are in the other side, you are the immortal, incorruptible soul. So that is the feeling versus real self. This is the feeling body side, and this is the feeling as a self. The body is just the tool. Our body is just the tool. Our sensations are all distractions. If you are using the body as a tool, then you are good. If you are using that body as what do you say? If you are using that body as a kind of, this is a permanent body, all the sensations, right? Like you are showing that you all know that Sri Krishna and the five horses he is holding, right? That is what the five horses are, our five senses. Those senses are actually going to the world, and Krishna is holding them back. Holding them back. Who is holding them back? Here about who is our Krishna? Our buddhi, right? It has to hold them back, and you have to act with that real self. Otherwise, you yourself. Otherwise, now you know that yourself is part of all of them. You know that you are part of the sensations, but you should not entangle with those sensations. That is what we have to learn. Awaken from sensory illusions. In Eastens, you become conscious of feelings and you could not distinguish before. Before you are not able to distinguish before, but now you are able to distinguish elements. What is the elements? Natural. What is the natural elements? What is this? Elements, the natural elements had hijacked your attention through sensations, because all these days, all these through years, we have been living for our sensations. We have been living for I want this, after that this, after that this. You are actually entangled with your sensations and you are living. You mistake that sensation as a feeling. You mistake that, oh, if I achieved it, I'll be very happy. You are feeling, you think that you will be happy, you'll get the achievement. That's not the feeling, that's a sensation that you're getting it. Okay, so you are living by your sensations. That is a critical confusion that we all had it. In essence, you are free from the sense impressions. When you are becoming from existence to essence, you are free from all these sense impressions and can now feel true feelings without any reaction, without any entanglement. That's where you need to go. Your true feelings without any reactions and without any entanglement. That's where you have to go. True feelings call their counterpart. What is their counterpart? Again, when the true feelings comes, again it calls their counterpart desire. When the true feelings also comes, a desire also comes into the action. What is that desire, right? This causes the psychic breath to restart the physical breath and draw the feelings back into the body, that such as a voluntary nervous system, the physical form then reacts the sense and contact the physical body. Here is the thing, right? So again, whenever you are doing that kind of, what you say, kind of meditation or anything, so when you actually understand what it is exactly, then again you'll come to this physical body. Again the desire will come and you will start the physical breath. That's where once there is an, okay, feel your body, feel your sensations, we will say that, right? So again you're coming back to this physical body. But here, when you come to that physical body, when you are actually deep knowing of your conscious of consciousness, and then come to the physical body, you have a new relationship. Now your relationship with your body and your relationship with your senses as a new. You are not as a old you are a new you are not the person just seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, all those things. That is the senses that you have it, right? Now one who feels, but you feel as, oh, I have seen, I have heard, I tasted, I smelled, all this, because it is all that it is. You are actually viewing your life as a witness mode. Whenever you are coming back and new relationship come to you, you are seeing your life in a witness mode. You are now, once you are coming back, you are now conscious of your body and your senses. You know, oh, my body is doing that. Oh, this is my sensory feelings. It's not me. So that kind of feeling, you will be able to feel it. But also you are fully conscious of yourself. You're fully conscious of yourself. You are separate from them. You are not actually entangled. You are not your senses. You are not your body. You are not identifying yourself with your body, or you are not identifying yourself with your senses. The senses are like body is a tool. Your senses is also as a tool. They are not your identity. You know that you are separate from it. You are not identifying yourself with your body or senses. That is istence. Once existence is gone, that is istence. Okay. Mastery of the feeling mind. When you'll become, so to stay in this istence, you must train the feeling mind. You must train your feeling mind. Repeatedly think of yourself as a feeling only. Repeatedly that conscious feeling, right? You just feeling, think of that continuous being conscious, what you have been conscious of, continuously conscious of that consciousness. Eliminate the gaps, any awareness gaps, eliminate that. Whether it is a body or senses, you just eliminate all those things. The goal is unbroken self-awareness. What is your goal now? Unbroken self-awareness. All the time you should be in the self-awareness. You should not be get affected by environment. You should not get affected by your body. You should not get affected by sleep. Suppose as long as you are with your meditation group and meditative friends, and you understand that you are not your body, you are not your senses, you are not giving any importance to the external objects like your like what you have, what dress you wear and what jewelry you wear, all those things, let us take. Okay. And then you went into the, after this is done, and you have to attend some wedding, and you went to the some other wedding. So those are all not a meditative friends, and all the people together are there. Even then, there also you should be self-aware. There somebody wore a nice sari, somebody wore a different piece of jewelry, or somebody said there is a good community is coming up, and you can so these are the things are all coming up, right? So whenever you are entangling with them, because the environment is actually showing you impact on it, you should be aware of it. That is, you should not be broken. That means self-awareness was broken. So the self-awareness, unbroken self-awareness is you are not affected by your environment, external environment, body or sleep. That is why the people will say, whenever you are actually practicing this kind of the things, for some time, until you are actually unbroken self-awareness, so until you become unbroken self-awareness, stop attending those things, stop going yourself to all the places around, because that may broke your self-awareness feelings. Until you are yourself, until you just istance stage, until you are continuously in the istance stage, then you can become. When you become stable, when you are becoming istance, when your established distance is there, you are in the true state of being. Okay, your identity is no longer rooted by your body. Just like your clothes, you will say that I'm not your body. You're not your body. Your body is not yourself. You are separate from your body. That. So live that feeling of reality. That is a real feeling. Live as the feeling of reality. Have a capacity to feel without sensation, without any outer sensations, capacity to feel that are independent of the nature, no longer misled by appearances. So when you become that, you are no longer misled by appearances of the outer world. That is where you actually need to do that. That's where we actually need to go there. Here, what are the concepts we learn? Istence. Istence is the pure state of self-aware feelings, untouched by the nature or a form. Doer, the feeling aspect, the conscious, immortal self that gives and life identity to the body. That's giving identity to the body. Only that soul is there in your body, it is identity is coming up. When the doer part, when that actually self is going away from it, your body is just the body. There's no identity. Illusion, the sensory physical world. That is an illusion, fleeting, clustered forms of these nature units. Reality, what is reality? The doer is a feeling. The doer as a feeling, indivisible consciousness, unchanging consciousness is a real. What is the sensation and what is the feeling? Sensation is a body pleasure. It is a reactive in nature. Feeling is who you are. That's a feeling. What's a breath form? The interface that connects the feeling self to the body and senses. There is a self, that feeling self that is connecting to the body and senses is called the breath form. What is conscious bliss? It is the self-awareness. It's a nirvana state. It is a self-awareness. What is the freedom? It comes from mastering the feeling mind. Once you become the mastering the feeling mind and continuous awareness of the true self, that is called that's a freedom. That is what we all need to try. That freedom we want it. Okay. What is the final thought in this particular sentence? The 12th one, right? It is a manual for returning to your identity. It is saying this body, this is a manual, existence from existence to existence, not through escape. Do not escape. It's a total awareness. You are not escaping. Oh, I will leave everything and go to the Himalayas and do my tapassu and I will get my nirvana. No, that is an escape. Whenever being in this particular thing, you have to be aware that you are not your body, you are not your senses, but still you are in this body, you are doing all your duties, you are still enjoying all the pleasures, but not entangled with those pleasures. That is the thing. So, but through total awareness of the feeling, freedom from illusion, it urges us to inner discipline our thing. It urges inner discipline your body, inner discipline your mind. Repeated practice of these meditations, repeated practice of the self-awareness, and awaken into the state of pure conscious being. Whenever, so you awaken from with all these things, you awaken yourself into the pure conscious being. That is the 12th point that he is saying. So here all these 32 points I mentioned, right? So these 32 points Percival is giving. He explained from all these 3 to 3.5 years. We have explained like how actually coming, what is our mental destiny, what is our physical destiny, what is our psychic destiny, what is our spiritual thing, why everything is happening. We have seen. Now, in order to reach that particular conscious state, we came from that whole globe of that consciousness that became, you may say, name it as a Big Bang theory or anything. When it was exploded, then all the consciousness came into the pieces at the beginning. So when it comes to the pieces, after a certain stage, then the life started. The life started in those pieces. When the life started, the rocks form. The rock has formation. When the rocks formation, then the trees came up. The life came into the trees, and after the trees, then that the same life started as some kind of animals, and then finally the human beings came into these things. So these are all the things that we came in the. Then again, this human being, what is there? Again, we are feeling that we are great and we are going by our body sensory. No, what we have inside is that consciousness. We are that pure beings. That is what we should try to understand. That's what we should try to learn it. How it will come? People will say, how it will come from nowhere, how the life would have come. I'll give a very small example, how the life will start or how the life will come. Life will starting. Keep one your grocery dabbas, right? Whatever that you're keeping in your pantry. In one of the dabbas, put some, you're putting some kind of pulses, all those things, right? Keep it in your pantry and don't touch them. Like 2-3 months you went to India or you went somewhere and you didn't touch that particular thing, and you after 3-4 months you opened it. What you will see? You will see life in that or not? You just put the pulses. Those
Yeah,
are not even whole
black bugs.
Huh?
The black bugs start crawling.
Which means there is a life inside,
Yeah,
right?
there's life inside.
There is a life started. That's how.
Yes.
That's how the life started on this earth, on this whole thing, on this whole universe. Now, do you assume that how the life started? Previously, there is nothing that is moving, but the life came out of
Nothing.
non-moving things, right?
Yes.
It
Yes.
came. So similarly, our entire thing was exploded. So that's how we should understand. That's how we also formed in eventually, after so many millions of the years, we formed, and within us, that supreme consciousness is there. We have to understand these are all came like how, so if that life came, so do you keep that, oh, this life was emerged out of nothing, so I have given the life to this, so do you keep it very precious? You will just throw into the trash, isn't it? Because you're not using it. Similarly, this life also came, but that supreme consciousness, that conscious of consciousness is only the real. This body, this sensations is not real. Like we throw out of that, this also you need to use it as long as to evolve your soul level, and then just simply throw it. That's a kind of awareness we should be getting it. Now coming to the next point, let's go to the next point. You now distinguish the sensations. You are now distinguish the sensations that belongs to the nature. They are not your sensations. They belongs to the nature. From feeling, you are distinguishing sensations from feelings. Feelings are yourself, the happy, bliss. All those are your feelings. So those feelings are yours. Yourself means your soul's conscious feelings. You distinguish sensations, the jealousy, anger, all these are sensations that you are feeling, right? So I think last class I mentioned, whenever you are getting angry, where you are getting angry, somewhere tummy, somewhere, all these places you will feel it, right? Jealousy, where you are feeling, but happiness, where you are feeling with the heart, wholehearted, the whole body you'll feel it. So that's the kind of thing, right? Here you have to distinguish between your sensations and feelings. Sensitivity to the nature and the call of the arts. So you now distinguish. 13th point is you now distinguish your sensations which belongs to the nature from feelings which belongs to yourself. These are the two things that we are talking about here. Sensitivity to the nature and call of the arts. Here what happens is, okay, now you are actually becoming awareness of your what are the sensations and what are the feelings. What happens at this time when one person becomes that particular place? What happens to the person? You will become a sensitivity to the nature. You will become so sensitive about the nature, so sensitive about the nature, in the sense you will deeply appreciate the beauty of the nature. So your sensation, right? So you deeply appreciate the beauty, or you are deeply response to the sorrow or harmony or all the things. So because you will deeply connected to the things, any of the thing. Suppose if you are seeing a flower, oh, such a beautiful flower, such a beautiful colors, you will be actually, your senses are actually going. Similar way, you will also get entangled with this if somebody is sorry, because you are feeling that you are a consciousness. Suppose previously if I get any problem, then only I am feeling bad. Now if you are getting something bad is happening to you also, then also I will feel that bad. Now you are not feeling that bad. You will say that I feel for you, I'm very sorry, you will say, but you are not feeling for yourself, because there is a separatedness between, oh, it is her problem. It's a Sirisha's problem. It is Balaga's problem. Surikala's problem. It's not my problem. I can sit in the side and then give an advice, because I don't go and feel that. You are always aside, but when I get it, I will feel it. So that is it. But when you are so sensitive to all these feelings, what happens is, at that stage, because that is an intermediate stage, you will feel everybody's problem as your problem, because you are identifying yourself. The consciousness in among all the peoples are the same. Okay, the consciousness is all of the consciousness, you are feeling it, so you are feeling their problem as also yours, their beauty, their achievement is also yours. You feel both their happiness, both their follows. So that is the deep, the sensations are external, right? So these sensations, you feel a lot of these things. You feel pull towards expressive creation through art forms like poetry, music, and painting. At this stage, right? At this stage, what happens is you feel a lot of pull towards because you are feeling all these things. Then you go and try to write some poetry, learn some music, and do some painting. So these are all the things that will happen to you when you are at this stage. But again, he is saying that do not go into the too much details or too much into the suddenly don't jump into this is what here he is saying. So what happens is suddenly if you jump, so you may get again, because you are just in the intermediary stage. However, engaging these impressions prematurely can draw the feeling of identification to the nature units, again elementals, that delays your inner freedom. You may, whenever you are having, oh, you want to express yourself in the art forms, okay, you want to write some poetry, you want to some, so do not, what happens is when you are in that intermediary stage, so you are aware, you are trying to touch that self consciousness, you are trying to touch that divine consciousness. Whenever you are trying to touch, you are just there. So that means your intelligence is working. Your consciousness is going to touch that intelligence, right? Your intelligence is working so well. You try to create some poetry or music. What happens? You create awesome poetry. You create great music. You are actually giving a wonderful paintings. If you prematurely, as soon as you get that feeling, if you go, you are getting all these things. But what happens is, because you are not still there yet, so your poetry will be prized by so many people, your music was applauded by so many audience, and your paintings were sold for millions of dollars. What happens? What happens in that? So you are in the glamour society. You are again coming to this glamorous society. You are entangled because your feeling was responded too early. There is a risk of entangling yourself with the glamour of this world. You may become the slavery to the nature again, because you got so much name and fame. Oh, I did so much think I'm able to do all the things. Again, you will become, I am able to do it. You will not say that my consciousness is able to connect that divine consciousness which is there in among all of us. That is why I'm able to do that. That kind of feeling will be gone. So you feel that I'm able to do that. I did it. I do it. So whenever it comes to the I, that I is not the conscious I. That I is again entangling that I with a body. So whenever you are entangled with yourself with the body, it is actually going to the glamour slavery. Compassion without emotional entanglement. What you need at that stage is you need a compassion, but without any emotional entanglement. That in the previous point I told you, right? You are actually entangling, or you're actually feeling the pain of others. In that case, when you are feeling the pain of others, you should not get too much attached to their pain. You should have the compassion, but you should not be emotionally entangled. Freed feeling becomes more attuned to the human suffering. Other sorrow seems to be louder and closer, because when you are in that stage, in the middle stage, when you are trying to, others' feelings are also your feeling, and you are feeling that you feel it is more louder, you feel more connected to their sorrows, more closer to their sorrows. There is a danger of being emotionally engulfed. You are actually emotionally going to their thing by sympathy, because you are so too much showing sympathy, too much compassionate, and melting into others. Your consciousness is melting into their consciousness, so you are feeling their pain as your pain. So again, you need to remember, it is their body, their consciousness. They have actually pre-written, right? Pre-written Sanchita Karma, pre-written all these things. They are going through their path. You are going to your path. Okay, you should not get entangled into that. About of forming the subtle form, right? There is always a subtle awareness that when you can feel oneness, when you cannot touch, right? Instead, what you can do, you can advise, you can observe them, you can guide them, you can advise them, but you should not get emotionally entangled to their pains or to their pleasures. that emotional balance is required. This is not an emotional detachment or a cruelty. This is not a cruelty, but it is the form of over identification. If you are actually going to their pain, you are actually over identifying yourself with their pain, you are actually taking their emotional burden into yours. You are emotionally overloaded. Then all your divine touchingness, that you are touching this, your consciousness is touching to divine consciousness. Again, you are falling apart with your body consciousness. Do not go to that. The resistance is this resistance is an apathy. It is a strength. It's a preparation yourself, the higher service through balance. You are preparing yourself to that higher service through the balance. That is the one that you need to get it. The prevention of premature feeling desire union. So feeling and desire union, you need to prevent premature feeling and desire. In the moments of clear, detached thinking from feeling mind, and desire rushes in, wanting to satisfy or express that clarity. So whenever you are actually going there, the desire comes, I want to express that. That is what I said. Whenever that expressing, right? Painting, music, that kind of the things, it will come. But allowing the premature thing, prematurely you should not go and jump. Feeling and desire what happens is it creates a false imbalanced union. So do not jump into that. Potentially stall further in inner progress. Potentially, the moment you just feel that, don't go and jump it. Potentially, you stay there. Do some more practice so that your inner progress will be balanced. Hence, thinking must hold the desire back. Your thinking must hold the desire back, not to express. Just as feeling must resist merging. Feeling must resist that merging into the thing, right? The restraint the restraint means not to indulge is a crucial feeling. Feeling and desire is consciously independently freed. This feeling and desire is conscious and independently. Until then, you need to be in your own practices. You need to stay away from indulging yourself into the outer world. Train your feeling mind, strengthen the self-knowing. Train your feeling mind. Now that you understand that feeling, what are the feelings of sensory feelings, what are the feelings of your self feelings, right? Train that mind so much. Oh, every desire that it comes, is it a body feeling? Or is it a conscious feeling? Is it a consciousness is asking? Suppose I'm feeling a thirsty, let us take. Okay, I'm taking a glass of water and drinking. Is it a body feeling or is it our sensory feeling? It's a body feeling. But in order to take our body to to run this thing, I need it, so I drink it. Okay. Suppose this is a small feeling that I mentioned. Suppose I went to a party and saw that somebody wore a very beautiful sari and asked like what it is. And I'm Googling and doing it, where it's available, how much it is, blah, 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 all these things. Again, if when that feeling comes, is it my body feeling or the conscious feeling? It's a body feeling. Is that feeling is required in order to maintain my body? It's not required. Then stop it. So this is how we have to analyze our thoughts. We have to train our feeling mind, strengthen our self-knowing. Okay, knowing that consciousness, staying in the consciousness of consciousness, you have to stay. Every act of resistance to reaction strengthen your feelings ability to govern yours itself. The more feeling can stand alone, the better it handles impressions. It won't create any impressions. So it handles, it builds very clarity. It refines perception without become entangled. It refines. Suppose here, still you are in this life, in this samsara, still you are taking care of your life partner, you are taking care of your kids, you are doing whatever that is required, but you are not entangled with them. I'm not saying you are abandon all those things. You are doing that with more empathy, with more, not sympathy, with more empathy. You are doing, but you are not entangled to that. So that's how you need to train yourself, that consciousness. Beginning the work with the desire mind. Once the feeling is stable, once your feeling was stable, you are ready to start training the desire. Then the desire you can start. Why again desire? We will see why again desire is required. You begin with intent. Here, there, you begin with some intent. Desire must be self-governed. That desire should not be governed by your senses, or that desire must not be governed by your body. That desire must be governed by your consciousness, self-governed. Self is here the consciousness. It must be serve the truth. It must serve the truth, but not want. I want is my body need. I want to serve some society. I want to serve the truth is the thing that it is coming. Okay. Suppose I want to have this dress. I want to have this car. I want to have this home. These are all wants. I want to spread this meditation. It's a kind of self-governed truth. It is a truth. You are working for that self-governed truth. I wanted to do something good for the society. I wanted to conduct some sessions for the sake of the others. These are all the self-governed things. So these are the desires these are the kind of desires you need to get it once you went there. Thinking on desire. Now you think on the desire, not on the nature-made desires. These are all self-governed desires. You begin by simply thinking about desire, not about what you want. It reveals hidden desires. What are the hidden desires? Desires for status, survival, pleasures, or controls are all the desires of your body. Subtle desires, being, doing, having something. These are all the body desires. These fragmented desires are clinging to the objects. It will give impressions to the nature. It is again giving impressions to your soul, and it continues. These are not the desires that we have to understand what are those desires and what is your soul desire. Declaring your purpose. So whenever the soul desire means declaring your purpose and inviting rightness. What truly I wanted? What is the truly I wanted? If the purpose of your thinking is achieving something in the world like success, fame, gratification, you are using your body mind. You are using your nature cycles. You are not led by your freedom and desire. Remember. What is the right purpose? The free desire. What is that? That purpose must be aligned with your truth, with the righteousness. You declare, I wish to know who I am. That is the right desire. Not to become, not to get something. I want to become enlightened. Again, that is not a true desire. I want to know who I am. I want to know the purpose. That is actually the true desire. I want to become, because want to become enlightened means you are actually trying to do something. If you know who you are, then you are already enlightened. You are actually taking off all the desires away, then you will become enlightened. So you want to become, you want to possess, all these are all body minds. You want to know the what actually is truth, and you want to know who you are. That is the right purpose. Then you are inviting the righteousness. You are examining your purpose. Why do you came? You illuminate what are the false motivations. You are just trying to understand it. You approve only those aligned with the freedom of the doer. You will not approve. Your mind will not approve all these sensory desires or the bodily desires. So what is that? What is that is required for to do this? The process of inner examination is required. You need to examine yourself. As each desire appear under the light of thinking, you must hold it, observe it. Doubt arise something. Doubt arise each thing. Doubt arise that only when the righteousness within you approves this desire, then only you go with. Otherwise, whenever the doubt is vanishing it, then you go for it. That is the key. That's the right word. That consciousness is directed, or inner alignment is directed, then you go for that desire. Otherwise, all other desires are your bodily desires. So from this path, right, the inner freedom, what is the path? Freeing your feeling. Freeing a feeling. Resisting your impressions, using the feeling mind. So then what is the result? It will come whenever you are freeing up, you get a clarity, you get emotional balance. Withholding desire. Suppose I want to go and do something. So because I touched that blissness, right? Don't go there. It is actually prematurely you are going it. So whenever you are withholding that, you are strengthening your inner will. declaring the purpose, turning inwards, asking the righteousness, then your purification of your intent. Whatever the intent is coming up, you are purifying your intent. Thinking with the desire mind. Focus the contemplation. Focus whenever some desire comes. Focus on it. Is it my body is asking? Is it my senses are asking? Is it helpful only for myself, or is it helpful only for my family, or is it helpful for the society? Or is it the thing that I am getting helping to my consciousness? There's a fragmented desire revealed. Okay, righteousness as a judge. Righteousness as a judge. Use always the righteousness as a judge. Discriminant. Align with. So what is the result? You are aligning with your truth. Certainty arises. Inner knowing. Certainty arises. Readiness for a unified, liberated action. You are ready for the unified and that liberated action. So any desire, you try to understand this. This is the point of this is the point 13 the Percival is talking about. So here in the next point, coming up point, he will talk about what is, who seeks the triune self, who seeks the nature. Based on these desires, because each desire we are actually fragmented. This desire belongs to this bucket, desire belongs to this bucket. Whenever you started doing it, whenever the desire comes, you are putting either this bucket or this bucket. This bucket is a nature bucket, this bucket is a your consciousness bucket. Whenever you are able to do that, what will happen? That he is discussing in the 14th point. Next